Yo, what is going on
I gotta get my
YouTube?
counters out.
It's your boy TNA coming at you with my homie Peels.
Hello.
Today we're gonna go over the 3 meta dragons. As you guys can tell, there are more than 3 dragons obviously in this game, but if you guys really want to dominate the competition, me and my boy Peels, we really recommend these 3 right here. My boy Peels is gonna go over some IVs and natures that are perfect for these, that will help you obliterate anybody and everyone that comes in your way.
No, I'm just talking from like what happened to me in the tournament and the community that. Oh my god, sorry bro, you gotta stop the camera. I'm camera shy, man.
Yeah.
I'm choking, bro. I'm choking.
Hey, it's okay, it's okay.
Someone give me my milkshake.
Here.
Okay, hold on. Let me compose myself, bro. My bad. I was fucking embarrassed.
So here we are. I have just recently brought out my Kragon, which is dragon and flying.
That's right.
Yeah, is he dragon and flying? Yeah, he's dragon and flying. So,
Yeah.
weakness would be dragon, lightning, what else? Ice.
Okay, so this is Kragon. I'll just describe him to you because he's
Okay.
not actually weak to thunder. This is Kragon, one of the 3 meta dragons. So the meta in battling in Revomon means everyone who competitively battles has at least a Kragon or one Revomon that's in the meta in their team. Like the reason they're in their team is because they're too good not to be in their team. So a Kragon is most likely going to be on someone's Revomon party. So this is ways to counter it, as well as how to not get destroyed by it. Because once a Kragon gets one Dragon Dance off, and you switch out, it's gonna sweep your whole team. You start with a Revomon that can counter it, which is our Revomon right here called a Sornox.
Tell 'em about the
Sornox
Sornox.
is okay. So a Sornox is, well, in Pokemon it would be a fairy type. Here I don't know what the type is called. Let's just call them fairy types because fairy types are highly effective against dragons. They are actually immune to dragon type attacks, and that's what Kragon is, a dragon. A Kragon also has a dangerous move called Earthquake, which is 100 base power. And guess what? Being a flying type like a Sornox is also immune to a ground type move, so it resists anything that a Kragon can throw at it except for Rock Slide. But one Rock Slide will not kill a Sornox. Actually, we're not gonna Thunder Wave it. The best way is just to do one Dazzling Gleam and try to damage it as much as we can, because a Kragon has multi-scale, which means he can pretty much survive any attack that he gets hit by.
Except for this one. This one has inner focus.
Oh, okay. As you know, Marvel Scale or multi-scale is a hidden ability that only pops 1 out of 10. It could
20,
be
I
1
think.
out of 15.
I think it was 1 out of 20.
But,
I could be wrong.
1 out of 20. Well, the
Yeah.
chances are very high, seeing
Yeah.
as this is a rare. But once you have that, it's pretty much really overpowered to the point where it belongs in the meta. This is
And you
why
need
this is
good
one of the
IVs
meta
with it
dragons.
and nature. Tell them about
Absolutely. Yeah, so you also, like the nature for a Kragon, you'd want an Adamant. It doesn't need to be fast, but it needs to hit hard. Now the reason you want Adamant is that an Adamant nature increases attack, but lowers special attack. And a Kragon doesn't really attack with a special attack, it's a physical attacker. So the reason why you're not using Jolly is because he has access to Dragon Dance. He'll be faster than anything the opponent has after one Dragon Dance, and he can take at least 1 hit. Multi-scale cuts super effective moves against it in half if
Well,
its HP is full.
Let's see what happens if you use a Dragon Dance, and if
Oh,
you
well-
don't have Dazzling Gleam. I mean,
Okay,
if you don't
well,
have
then-
multi-scale.
Multi-scale? Well, you would probably die.
Let's
Let's
see.
find
No.
Oh no. Well, you would almost die. You should
Well-
probably show them the HP of the Kragon.
Yeah, the HP of Kragon is literally.
Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is to slow him down because he did do a Dragon Dance. It's gonna increase his speed. His speed is a lot faster than my Sornox now. Thunder Wave will cut his speed in half. But that's
Let's
if I survive.
He survived.
And I survived. Ice Punch. Ice Punch or Rock
Okay.
Slide is super effective against Snorlax.
So let's
That
see
would
if he's
probably kill
still.
him.
Let's see if Sornox is faster than Kragon now that he's paralyzed.
I should be.
Yep.
Yep.
So Thunder Wave is
So paralysis.
definitely.
Yeah.
Tell him.
It's really good. However, it's really hard to use in a tournament because this Kragon would have a Judy Berry, and that would cure its paralysis right away. So I would have to paralyze this Kragon twice. Let's move on to our next dragon.
Mega Nudra.
Alright, so this is the Mega Nudra. When it pops into battle, like right after that Kragon, it instantly gains speed, which is overpowered, which means this is technically the fastest thing in the game.
But you
Because
never
at
want to bring
100
it out first.
Yeah, don't bring it out first because it won't get that speed boost. But when you bring it out second as a revenge killer, it's basically the fastest thing in the game, which is why it's also a meta dragon. Speed boost, it does have the hidden ability speed boost. Also a 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20 chance of getting it. But every
Jolly
turn he
nature.
gains. Oh, and it's a jolly nature, so this is actually a really good Mega Nudra. Yeah, being one of the fastest Revomons in the game, as well as access to toxic spikes, and X scissors, which means it will counter an Opal. Let me show you. I'm gonna take out my Opal, and you're gonna do X scissors.
I don't have X's. I only
And
have toxic spikes.
okay, well,
I need to put
every-
X scissors.
yeah, so this is basically an Opal counter. And Opal is also a meta Revomon, but a Mega Nudra definitely will delete an Opal off the map.
We'll talk about
it's
Opal in a
there.
different video.
Yeah, I have an Opal, but we'll talk about the meta dragons first. But yeah, this is definitely an overpowered dragon. It's really fast, so it'll always hit first. Overall, it's just a beast to deal with, and it's quite a headache if you're caught off guard. If someone switches in with a Mega Nudra.
I don't understand why
There's its others.
I don't know why you just got a speed boost. Like I literally.
So in 1 minute, if no one makes a turn or move, finishes.
Oh yeah, it does it. It does it by itself.
Yeah, there's a timer. But you can one dazzling gleam, and it doesn't really matter how fast this Mega Nudra is, it will be deleted by a Snorlax.
And Sornox has levitate, and he can, you know,
It's a
it
flying
won't
type.
take.
So
Yeah, it won't take damage from
yeah.
toxic spikes. I could have sworn that toxic spikes lowered the health. I mean, lowered the speed, but I don't know what happened.
we're gonna talk about our strongest dragon. Now, I'm saying this is our strongest dragon simply because it has the highest base speed of any
122.
other Revomon in the game. Basically, at 121 base speed, it is the highest. Unless the other Revomon doesn't immediately go for like a dance or an agility, you will always be outsped by a Paluvern. And sometimes it doesn't even need to be a timid nature, a speed nature that boosts its speed. Sometimes a modest nature is still faster. And yes, it is a legendary with also I think a 120 plus attack, special attack. It also does beefy damage. Now,
Oh yeah.
the reason it's part of the meta is because one nasty plot, right?
You
One
know
nasty plot will just. Do you have nasty plot? Yeah, I run nasty
Mm-mm.
plot.
No. I don't
So
really-
let's say the other team the other team just killed one of your Revomons, and you switch into your Paluvern, and your Paluvern is a really good type against that Revomon. You can get greedy, and you know you can survive an attack from the other Revomon with a nasty plot, and whatever comes out is dead. Unless it's an Aleximate that does Thunder Wave that slows it down, but you'll have a Judy Berry, so it really doesn't matter. A Paluvern can literally take out entire teams simply because of its
One-shots.
base speed and mighty attack. He'll one-shot everything. Let's see, if it has Levitate, it's basically a flying type also, so Earthquake won't affect it, and Poison types, which a Paluvern is weak against ground types, but Levitate makes it takes that weakness away. So that's what you want on your Paluvern. Levitate, not pressure, because pressure is not really that great in battle, simply because their PP is not gonna run out.
Yeah.
Not fast enough for you to actually make a difference. So Levitate, it's a 50-50 chance if you get a Paluvern. but that's what you need. I said a Snorlax counters a Paluvern, but a Paluvern being a poison type can also hurt a Snorlax. The point is, the Paluvern's gonna go faster than my Snorlax, and my Snorlax is already damaged, but even with this much health, I'm pretty sure my Snorlax can still survive.
I don't know if it can survive with Thunderbolt. Let's try it.
Oh, we'll see. A Snorlax is
that-
pretty beefy.
That's why I have Thunderbolt on there. That way I can have a little bit of everything. Ooh, dang.
Yep, it can survive a Thunderbolt.
Wow.
But yeah, as you can tell, a Snorlax can counter all the 3 Meta Dragons, except for maybe a Mega Nunja or a Paluvern that actually has they call it
Nasty Plot
Venom Wave,
or Venom
or
Shot.
the Venom Wave one.
Venom Shot.
Simply because it's a stab move, as well as it increases the power since they're the same typing. But unless it's not a Snorlax, a Draco Meteor will usually destroy anything and any other Revomon. But those are the 3 Meta Dragons and how to counter them. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Honestly, I think you really covered it all. Just gotta have the right IVs, gotta have the right natures, gotta have the right what you call it, crap, it's on the tip of my tongue. Nature, IVs,
Abilities?
ability, yeah, ability. It's just gotta have all 3 of them, you know, and just matching them up, that's the hardest part, but once you do, it really pays off.
That's true. Alright, well, that's all we have time for today. Hope you learned the 3 Meta Dragons that are in most competitive battlers teams, and how to counter it is just a Snorlax. Usually it's pretty hard to outspeed all 3 of the Meta Dragons because they focus on speed, except for a Kragon. But after a Dragon Dance, it's pretty hard to stop. So as soon as you see one, you gotta somehow kill it or get something to resist it, like a Snorlax.
An Opal
You need
one,
a
you said?
Snorlax to come, or an Opawan. Now, no, actually, no, an Opawan's no good either.
No.
Not against the 3 Meta Dragons. There's a Paluvern. It could potentially one-hit kill an Opawan. I do know that a Draco Meteor can one-hit kill an Opawan that isn't really good,
Mhm.
or if it has low defensive stats, special defensive stats. A Mega Nunja can X Scissors and kill an Opawan in one shot, and a Kragon can definitely survive like a hit from an Opawan, but after one Dragon Dance, the Kragon can pretty much just bulldoze the Opawan.
One day I'm gonna be laid back chillin' with no stress. One day I'll get those new keys to that all white Benz. One day I'll make it out, gotta stay strong.